Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lady Farrah Tarot, to your pick of pack today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. All my best blessings for a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember that these are general readings, and sometimes they don't resonate. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Maybe listen to another pack, it may resonate more. It's not a big deal, guys. Just take away what you feel you could take away from it. And please subscribe, follow, leave me a message. I read all my messages and I really appreciate them. I love my fans, so thank you so much. Please subscribe. Anyway, let's get started with pack one. Let's take a look at what you got going today. I haven't even looked at these cards. Ooh, look, I've got two cards. Ooh, you've got a bonus. I haven't even looked at these cards, guys, so it's all new to me as it is to you. Somehow or another, you got two cards, so lucky you, pack one. If you had a question for Spirit, yes and unlikely is coming in. A little bit of indecision. I don't know if you've been waffling. Let's see what we got here. Your tarot today is the Eight of Coins. Your moon card is Take Time to Breathe Out. Your spirit guided message is indecision. Message from Buddha is spinning the Dharma wheel, and your Lucy Cavendish oracle is I am Kai. So let's move this over. So this is funny, we're talking about indecision. Here is the indecision card. I use my intuition of all aspects of my life. We really need to listen to our inside voices, guys. I don't know if you have been confused about which way to move in a situation, if you've had a decision to make, you feel things aren't right, they aren't serving you, and you've just been waffling, because here you have two, like I almost feel like when I said you have a question for Spirit, you had two questions for Spirit, and the questions are yes and unlikely. So I just feel you've been talking yourself out of something, possibly. I feel that the eight of, your tarot card today is the Eight of Coins. I feel like you've been working really hard at something. You really love something. You would like to see more abundance, but it's just, working hard. I think you really love and enjoy a person or a situation, whether this is a job or a relationship. I think you really love and put a lot of effort into it. You may not be seeing the payback. You have to decide whether all the hard work is worth it. If you're really getting the payback you deserve. That the people are really worth the effort. Because what you're doing, you're really investing. And if they're not as invested, you've got to watch out for that. I'm just looking at the other cards. I have I am Kai. From death comes rebirth. I feel an ending coming. I feel this is almost like a death card. You've got to realize that without death, there's no rebirth. So maybe your situation, you've been working so hard at keeping other people happy and things going and keeping all the balls up in the air that you're really ignoring what you want. She's got her hand on her heart space. She's got the third eye. I think you've really been ignoring what you want. I mean, there's tears in your eyes. This is emotional for you. Giving up on something may be the loss of a lot of investment. But I think you need to make the decision, because I think you've been trying to make a decision for a while. And it's just time to take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon, I always tell people to Google that, find out when the next disseminating moon is. When it comes, you really need to breathe out. And during the disseminating moon, you may see some action on this card. It's time to, when I think of breathing out, I think of release. It's time to release it and let the chips fall where they may. It's time to stop investing 100% our time and effort into a situation that's really not serving us. It's time to make a decision and use your intuition to start doing things that you enjoy, or spending more time on yourself with the 13 on the table. 8, spinning the Dharma wheel. This is like the wheel of fortune. Spirit pushing you forward, whether you like it or not, because something is not serving you. And what you think you become. So what you put out there, you manifest. So if you're walking around heartbroken, always upset that you're putting in way too much effort than you should be, you're not getting it back, you're unsatisfied, you're going to keep attracting that back to you. But if you let go of all this, this kind of nonsense that's taking away from you being happy on the inside, once there's some happiness on the inside, you're going to start attracting happiness to you, because that is what you're going to now be emanating as, opposed to disappointment and lower energy stuff. We take on, when people are lower energy players in our lives, we take on their energy, and then we just keep on manifesting stuff that's just not for us. And this is a whole message of saying, get rid of the stuff. Get rid of the stuff that's not serving you and concentrate on yourself, because without doing that, you're really not going to manifest anything that will serve you. And I don't mean that to be a negative message. This is a positive message. I think the indecision and the overworking is taking away from what you're going to become. You're not on your path. It's taking away from your path. We go on paths, guys. Everybody has their own path, and sometimes people are not on our path. And it doesn't mean that we're not going to meet up again at some point, but everybody has their path, and they need to follow it. And sometimes it just doesn't include people. People come into our lives to teach us lessons and tell us which way we don't want to go. So just remember that, all right? And I hope that resonated. If it did, please follow, please like the video, and please, I recommend a little guided meditation to help you breathe. Where did my amber go? There it is. Okay, pack 2. Here we go. Oop, got a little tiger's eye for you today. If you had a question for spirit, the question is let go, full moon and the butterfly. Listen to your inner spirit, listen to your heart space, your heart chakra, and realize with the butterfly, it's time to transform. This is a time of transformation, a time of letting go and releasing things that aren't serving us. Let's see what we got in the cards. So your oracle card today is 33, Dress of Alchemy, Release Your Power. We've got a 33 and a 5 on the table. On the path, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Your spirit card is Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. Your moon card, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. It may be happening in new moon in Libra. It may be with a Libra. Google that. And the death card. Got a lot of death. I think we got some death to some relationships that we've brought over from last year. This pack 1, it kind of had a lot of message concerning the death of a relationship and the moving on. So I'm going to just start with the death card. The one thing I really like about the death card, especially with the let go card, this, not only in the death card is death here, but also new life, a new spiritual life, becoming more spiritually connected, leaving the past behind. With death, it's all about new beginnings. It's not about dying, but it's about the old dying and the new manifesting. I'm going to put these two together because I feel they have a lot to do with each other. Dress of Alchemy, Release Your Power. I don't know if you have been bottling up your power, your creativity, your life force, because you've been trying so hard to make something work that you have, sacrificed maybe your health, your wealth, your intuition, I don't know if you felt like you wanted to move, you haven't done that, because you've been trying so hard to make a situation work out. And now the spirit is telling you with the 33, it is time to release all of that. It's time to start moving in the direction that you need to move in. You're enlightened by the halo. This sometimes means the hermit, or it means the hangman, looking at a spiritual solution to your problem and seeing it from a different perspective, and realizing that if you've been sacrificing yourself, enough is enough. On the happy path, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path with the 5, one of my favorite numbers. Listen, guys, I say this all the time. I talk about it all the time. If you're not happy, there's a reason for that. And whatever path you're on is not serving you. And it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter how hard you work or how much effort you put in or how much you sacrifice. If you're not happy, it's not the right path. Nobody is going to bring you to the path of happiness. It's all up to you to bring yourself to the path of happiness. And you're certainly not going to get there by sacrificing your hopes, dreams, and wishes on somebody who, that at this point, I think we really need to let go. Denial. I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with insight and awareness. Denial is one of the 4 stages of grieving. Maybe we've just been stuck in denial too long. It's time to accept that this relationship might be going nowhere, or this work situation may be going nowhere. You need to replace what you're scared of, the fear of loss, and replace it with insight. Realize that you're not happy, that you're not living the life that you should be living. And it's almost time just to get angry. That's the next step, right? Angry, they say you shouldn't be angry, you should be forgiving. No. It's time. It's a release. So you just need to get pissed that you probably sacrificed a lot of time on a relationship that's really not going anywhere, and it's time to release. I'm sorry about my dog breathing in the background. He is just a heavy breather. I apologize. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I love that for you. Look, much more balanced. I don't know if a Libra is going to come in and you're going to be in a new relationship with a Libra, or just somebody who's more balanced, that believes in you, that believes in your ideas, where you're going, what you want to manifest, and helps you with that. Like a real true partner that's balanced. So I do think something's moving in. I would Google new moon in Libra. I think the new moon in Libra passed, but the next new moon in Libra, you might see this card manifest. But I do see a new romantic cycle beginning. But the only way that new romantic cycle can begin is if we let go. And we realize that whatever happened, it's over. We can't look back. We're not moving in that direction. We're on a happier path. It may not feel happier, but let me tell you, once you get past all the denial, you get a little angry and you push through it, you're going to realize that your best friend is yourself, and new things are coming if you just let go of the old things, okay? But we have to let go of the old things, guys. We can't hang on for life when, there's no life left in the relationship, and there isn't with the death card. So, I hope Pack 2 that resonated. You got the message that you needed. I know it was a little, it's a reading of change, but I think the change is going to be good, and I think you're going to be so much happier on that direction that you move in. All right, so let's put Pack 2 away. Put your amber on there. All right, so Pack 3, thank you for being so patient and waiting. Realize this is a general read. If it resonates, please subscribe. Please like the video. Blah-de-blah. Okay, here we go. Pack 3. If you had a question for Spirit, the answer is no. Solidly, no. we've really had quite a few packs of cards here. It's a lot of stuff where I think we have to live in the truth this week. That's for sure. So your oracle card from Nancy Cavendish is Death in the Maiden. Your card from Buddha is Ever Faithful. Your spirit guided message is Acceptance. Your moon card is A Fiery Climax Approaches. And your tarot is a Page of Swords. I'm looking at this card, the Page of Swords. I feel like a younger energy, possibly an air sign, may have brought you a truth, a message that you may not wanted to hear, or confirm something that you thought was happening. I kind of feel like this may be a person, but I almost feel like you may have seen something with the Page of Swords on social media that confirms something that you may have thought. I feel like this is really strictly a relationship read. I feel that somebody you may have been involved with, whether a boy or a girl, man or a woman, excuse me, you might have seen something on social media. They may have gotten tagged in something, or they may have been caught in a picture where they shouldn't have been. You thought they were someplace else, and guess what? I would listen to this message, especially if it confirmed what's going on in your heart space, because I kind of feel like something has been going on in your heart space and you've been ignoring it. Putting this with the no card. I kind of feel like you're asking, are they being faithful? And I'm kind of feeling no. Are they lying to me? And I think they are. Death of a maiden, invasion, boundaries, violation, and dominance. I just feel like you are, with the 28, I feel like you are dealing with somebody who is really just too much. I mean, just they've kind of violated your boundaries over and over again, but they're very domineering. So they try to tell you what you're thinking is not the truth. Who are you listening to? Don't listen to yourself. You're crazy. That whole, what are you talking about? You're crazy kind of feeling off of this. But they're definitely violating your boundaries. And you really have to listen to whatever this message was. Whatever you saw, Spirit sent it to you to release you from this toxic energy, because I feel this person is very toxic and they're going to lie to you until the cows come home. Ever faithful, a one, new beginnings. Faith is my best companion. You do not need this person. This person is not your best companion. I feel they're manipulating. I think they're lying. And I think you need to realize the only person that you need is your faith, your belief in spirituality, the belief in your heart space, and realize you are your best friend. And it's time for you to be your best friend. And stop listening to this bozo. Acceptance is coming in. I'm learning to accept there are things that I cannot change. I do not think you will ever change this person. If you've been waiting for this person to change, I feel like it's almost whatever they're doing, it's getting worse. That's why they're kind of getting caught out on it. I feel like you saw a picture. Believe this picture. Do not let them lie about this picture, because I feel like whatever this picture or this message was, it's the truth. And you finally have to believe it and you have to accept it. Okay? There's no more of this. You're crazy, you're delusional, you're making things up, I'm not lying. They are lying, and they're not, whatever this relationship is totally not serving you anymore. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. I believe the full moon in Aries passed, but I would Google that, find out when the full moon in Aries is. You may be dealing with an Aries, but at the same time, I just want you to realize that it's going to come to an end, whether you like it or not, and it's going to be a fiery one. I think when you try to pull away from them, they're going to probably go a little ape shit. I'm sorry. Is that a word, ape shit? Yeah, I think they're going to go ape shit because they're very, very controlling, and they want you under their thumb. I kind of feel like this is an under the thumb type of thing, and it's just once you get out and away, there's going to be a bit of a fiery climax. But remember, you need to live in acceptance. You have to learn that you cannot change this person, and the only person who's your best friend is yourself. So you need to take care of yourself the way you would expect a best friend to take care of you. All right? And the answer was from Spirit was no. And whatever this message I'm getting about this picture or this message or this text message that probably is from an air sign, I would listen to it. Okay, Path 3? Be careful. Please take care of yourself. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to Pick a Card. Please tune in again. If you liked it, please subscribe. Please like the video. I appreciate you and I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.